Hi listeners, Harika here, and I'm super excited to welcome you to Upptalk. If you're ready to learn and get your hands work wonders in the world of information technology, then you're in the right place. When I say Upptalk, we are not just another edtech company. Consider we are your learning partner committed to unlocking your full potential. Whether you're stepping into the world of technology for the first time or looking to advance your career, we provide top-tier, hands-on courses to build up your career. Let's take our first step towards learning here and explore it. Let's investigate SAP, a well-known enterprise resource planning system, and discover its many functionalities and business applications.
They will come to us definitely asking this access. But we should always try to pacify them, saying that let us go with the process and let us try to make this process quick. If they are not ready to agree, it is not up to you, it is up to the compliance team or it is up to the business. Let us say for BI, there is a business owner. Every organization will have business owners for a system or you will have a solution active. Any person who is going to be the lead, who is going to be the owner for that particular application, you should always take approval from them before taking such decisions as a security admin. Because as a security admin, you will only be able to act upon a request and approval basis. The request has to come to you first of all. You can approve this request to the approver. The approver has to approve the request and then only you can provision this access to the user. So that is a common scenario in any organization. For these people might have different set of tools like ticketing tools and all this. The people might have different set of tools. So that is about the privileges, basically package privileges. So this is about the package privileges. It is easy, also difficult to do package privileges as you want. And coming to the application privileges, I think this is your access engine, which is provided by default in HANA DP. So whatever applications or any developers want to create third-party applications like mobile apps, games, or anything for that matter. If they want to develop any apps on HANA database, they have Access Engine which supports this creation. They can create anything on top of an Access Engine like games, mobile apps, etc. So, whenever the developers are creating these applications on top of this Access Engine, what they do, they usually create these applications at the same time. They will also create application privileges because they should know, because the creator of the application himself should know, like what the user should be restricted, what the user can access in the application. So, accordingly, what he does, he creates these application privileges and he will give you this data to the security admin. So, by default, you only have the standard application privileges within your system. Let's see if I am able to search this. I am able to search this. These are the standard application privileges available. We don't assign any standard application privileges now. We can look into this later. But application privileges are always custom privileges. These application privileges, data should be given to you by a developer, by a third-party application developer. Whoever is creating an application on top of HANA database, on top of Access Engine, he has to create these application privileges and he will give you a KT. He will give you the knowledge transfer and he will tell you like what access can be restricted to which user and all that. And what access can be given to which user and all that. So, according to that, only you will be able to assign any access to the user in application privileges. So, application privileges is very straightforward. Let me show you an example because it is allowing me to assign any. Let us see if it is a package privilege. Now there is some issue with the package privilege. They are going to see and look into it. Let me go into application privilege here. Let me log out of this. I am not comfortable with it. I have already logged out. That's fine. So let me assign some privilege here. Assign some privilege. The privilege will not have any because as it is a third-party application privilege, it will not have anything as repo read or repo maintain packages or repo something like that or alter, update or such. SQL commands will also not be there. Simply, you will be given the privilege here. Whatever is needed for that particular user. So that's what I am saying. You are not going to assign any standard privileges to the users here. You should always encourage the developer to create the custom application privileges and to give the key to you. He will understand what application privilege means and all that. So, if at all, in some cases he might say I assign this. These are all IDE privileges. We are not going to assign any IDE application privileges. Suppose if he has created anything related to the pocket, then he will ask you to assign any of these roles. But most of the cases, these roles are only for us, for HANA-DB users only. Whatever ID things you see. And also these backup things are also for our admin users only, not for third-party application users. Only these access roles which you see can be assigned, but that too they will not ask you to assign any access privileges. These access privileges they will ask you to assign only to the developers. So whoever is developing the third-party application, he might ask you to assign, I need all the privileges that are needed for application privileges. Because we will be assigning this application privilege access only to the developer. So if there are any users that are going to use the application, that particular third-party application he has created on top of HANA-DB, he has to create application privileges and he has to give a kitaton so that we can understand and we can assign the privileges to the end users. That's how you go with application privileges. It's easy. Application privilege is a bit easy. But the major topic would come with analytical privilege, guys, because we have to restrict what data this test user will access and all that. I've got it ready, but it's a very big topic. We'll try to finish the rest of the topics and we'll see what analytical privilege test is. It's easy. Don't worry. It's easy, but it's a bit complicated when compared to the other privileges. The other privileges is very easy. So whatever privileges we have discussed so far, this is roles anyways. This is system privileges. System privileges will have all the standard privileges that are needed for the admins, for the admin users. We have discussed what privileges have there and who is the grantor for this privilege. We have also discussed system user. And object privileges basically or object privileges will have schemas. You can assign any schema access to the user and you have all the commands that will give access to the users. This is object privilege. We have discussed package privilege. We have discussed application privilege. Only pending will be this analytical privilege, which will be the major topic, of course. After discussion on analytical privilege, we can quickly jump onto role admin part. And after role admin part, I think let us take the role admin part in the coming sessions and then we can take the other topics that we have. So this is analytical privilege. Let me see if we have the grantor. I have prepared the analytical privilege also. Let me tell you. These are all the basic activities that you people might do in system. This design time is nothing but the repository objects that you create are your design time objects, and runtime objects are the objects which you create under the packages. These packages are called runtime objects because you will be able to transport this. So I already explained you about design time and runtime. So role creation is the same design time. You can always import and export roles, and user or system administrator will use some random. So I have given a brief about the package privileges. It is used to restrict the use of packages in the repository upon a database. Packages contain design time versions of various objects, such as analytical attribute and calculation views, as well as analytical privilege and functions to be able to work with packages. The respective package privileges must be granted. Our admins are asking us to check if we are able to add any privileges now. Let's see. Let's refresh this. Let's close this. Let's close this. This is coming. There is a no, it's still the same. It's not working. From Java exception. Give me some more time. We will complete the rest of the talk and close this session. You can make sure that you get this sorted and inform me and check this so that I can give a demo. Because I was supposed to give this demo to them to show how I can assign these packages to other users and how they'll be able to not create anything if I don't give access. I'll power it later on. Let us see the information models. Let us see what information models do not. So you are able to see the attribute views and the views of the calculation views while you see the package. When you click on a package, open the content. We have a here. We have all the packages here. Let's not go with this. Let's go with our system. Open Shift for TB. Open any package. We have created this package. So in Daemon T19, we have created an attribute view. Similarly, you can create any kinds of information models. All these views are called information models. Basically, calculation view, analytical privilege, attribute view, all these are information models. That is what I mentioned here. What is an attribute view? What is an analytical view? And what is it used? Because the attribute views are used to create any dimension tables. And these dimension tables are used to join the dimension tables or any other attribute views. These attribute views are meant for that. If you are able to see, like earlier when we discussed in the previous session, when we created attribute views, we are able to see this. You can add any number of objects here by searching. If you want to insert some tables, you can search the table name here. create some tables, insert some tables, and we will find the problems. There is no data now. That's why you will not be able to get it. But once we create some data here, we will be able to see what kind of data we have created. Please do like, share and subscribe to our channel. For more information, contact us sales@uptalk.com.